So y'all, we back at it like a jackrabbit. This is Vixen, and we're here to talk about Who the Hell Did I Marry, featuring none other than Mr. Joe Myron. Y'all, on the last episode, I mentioned that my daughter brought home Becky. She brought home Becky. Becky didn't care for me, and I didn't care for Becky. Y'all, with that being said, y'all, this is about to be some piping hot tea. Y'all want to make sure y'all tune in. With that, I also want to thank again them truck drivers. Toot toot. Thanks for tuning in and watching, y'all. I want to thank everybody for watching. Thank you, thank you, thank you. With that being said, y'all, grab your cocktail. You know I got mine. And I have the same shirt on because I'm doing this film in the same day. Like, I'm not changing for the likes of Becky. She don't deserve two outfits, for real. Y'all, with that being said, let's go. Y'all, so Becky, like I said, Becky ain't caring for me. She don't care for me, and I don't care for Becky. I'm talking big mess to my daughter. I'm like, girl, you done brought this weird lady out here, da 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 this and that. So mind you, Becky just came to drive her out here. So Becky goes on back to wherever she was at, to Washington. She goes back. My daughter, she's staying with us. You know, she's just trying to, she's staying with us for a little bit, trying to get on her feet. So Becky and them end up coming back like in, I want to say like 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks. They come back, they find a spot, of course. And by this time, my daughter, she wasn't pregnant. I mean, she was pregnant at this time, but freshly pregnant. So now she's stuck. Like, she wants to be with the baby daddy. Like, she wants to be with him. So Becky comes back and she gets a spot and everything. My daughter goes with Becky and her kids and everything over there. So she's living over there. So y'all, I'm super annoyed. My daughter's telling me, I'm just going to stay with Becky and I'm going to be a stay-at-home mom and I'm just going to raise the baby. And I forgot what I called my son-in-law in the last one, but he didn't like it, so I'm going to change his name to Tommy. He's very Tommy-like, so I'm going to change him. I'm going to give him Tommy. So Tommy, he is like, he's agreeing to all this shenanigans. I'm looking at them both as a young couple, looking dumb as hell. You're just gonna be a stay-at-home mom and live with Becky. Girl, I know you lying. Because she knows she can't live with me with no kids. You're not coming and bringing me extra kids home. I already have 6. I already got rid of 2. And I still have 4. Y'all do the math. I'm not, no. Ain't gonna happen. So I'm like, girl, please, you need to get a job, work up until the day you deliver. Because, baby, I didn't work up until the day I delivered. I didn't drop my son off. I didn't went back to work 3-4 days later and got back to the bag. Even though, I do recommend for people to stay home 6 weeks. So, I got a black mama and she wanted me to stay home for the 6 weeks. But I was a single mama and them bills ain't going to pay themselves. I had to get back to it. So I let her know, I'm like, no, daughter, you really need to go to work. Like, stay at home mom. And plus, I don't know nothing about Becky. I feel like she's going to be annoyed with you sitting at home all day. First of all, you really don't even know how to cook for real. Like, she knew how to make some things, but she's just a young mom, like a young girl. Like, she just didn't know how to make nothing. Now, baby is on top of her A game. She's bringing that. She got that shit from her mama for real. But she cooks like bomb now. Like, she's a mom, she's a wife, she got it. So y'all, I'm like, nah, you need to get a job. And so, she's always boasting about Becky this, Becky that, Becky this. Mom, me and Becky went here, me and Becky went there. Mind you, Becky is like a whole booster out here in these streets for real. And so she's just, complimenting Becky and all this. And I'm just like, girl, I do not like Becky ass. Like, I don't know why you care for her. And it's not because she's just my daughter. It's just the energy that Becky was giving me. And so, but then she didn't gain my second daughter. She didn't gain Aaliyah. And Aaliyah's like, yeah, Mom, Becky is cool. And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna see what Becky about. I'm gonna see what she about. So y'all, I go and, you know, because like I said, my daughter's staying over there. So I go over there and we're hanging out. And then she's like, oh, do you want something to drink? Like, she's being cool at her house. Like, she's being decent. I don't know if she's being cool, but she's being decent. And I feel like Becky really had a problem with me. I feel like Becky really had a problem with me for real. But eventually she ended up being cool. And so, you know, I would go over there, like, she invited us over there for holidays and stuff like that. And I'd be like, oh, okay, you know. So eventually I started letting my guard down. Like, it wasn't all the way down, but, you know, I was here at first, but then I ended up getting here. Then I ended up getting here. And then I was, like, right here. So I was being, you know, I was cool. I was just trying to be cool for the kids, really. So, you know, I'm going over there and, you know, I'll be like, what do you want me to bring? She'll tell me or whatever. We're over there kicking it. I drink wine. She drinking Jack Daniels or whatever she can get her hands on. Becky is a drinker, not a drinker, not a sipper. She's a drinker. She got to drink in the morning before she go to work. Becky got to drink after work. Becky got to drink in the car on the way home. Becky got so many Jack Daniel bottles everywhere. Becky is a drinker. And so, you know, I'm like, oh, it's, you know, that's not my business, but it's cool. Like, I don't judge people, so I don't care. I just got that energy from her. It's not that I was judging her, but it was just something that was keeping me distant from her. Because even as we became friends, I was still like distant. I wouldn't tell her everything. I would give her bits and pieces of stuff because something in my spirit did not sit well with me telling Becky any of my business for real. So y'all, so Becky, y'all, so like I said, I'm over there, you know, we're chilling. Like, I would go over there, like I said, this is pre-quarantine, but like during quarantine, we would sometimes go over there. So this is a little bit pre-quarantine. So we would go over there and stuff and hang out. So that's how I kind of got close with her before quarantine. So we go over there and we'll be hanging out, barbecuing, all the stuff. You know, she would be very cool with that type of stuff. We hanging out, going swimming. There's a lot of stuff that gained me to be like, oh, okay, you know what? You know, maybe the kids is right. Maybe the kids is right. Maybe my guards is up too high. Y'all, my guards wasn't up high enough. So, during quarantine, Becky ends up getting put out of her house. She's staying over there. So by this time, I forgot to mention, by this time the kids already moved out because my daughter, she's working, she's doing all the stuff, so she's at her own house. And I forgot, like, she had her baby, my other daughter had her baby, and they were staying together. So eventually my daughter wanted to, Aaliyah wanted to go move with her baby daddy. Like, she wanted her own family, be with her baby daddy and stuff. So she moved out. Then my daughter and Tommy are still living in the little apartment that they're living in, and they end up moving out. They moved to like this little high rise. It's cute or whatever. They move over there. They're living there for like 2 years or whatever. And so what happens is, I felt like Becky was missing her rent from time to time, but the owners was like, they was done with her. They was over it. They was not having it no more. They went ahead and put Becky on out. And she was still there. They didn't just throw her out on her ears, but she was still at her house, but she had to figure out where she was going to go. She was trying to do all kind of stuff except the house from whatever she messed up. And so, mind you, Tommy and my daughter only had a 1-bedroom apartment because they only had the one kid. And so, Becky ended up moving in with them eventually. She ended up moving in with them. She was in there sleeping on like an air mattress or whatever. I don't know. And her kids in the front. She had her two kids with her. They in there sleeping in the front on the air mattress in their living room. Y'all, so then on top of that, y'all, Becky has another kid that's out of state. She done imported the daughter to come stay too. So now the oldest daughter is in there. The 2 kids and Becky, and and my daughter and her daughter and Tommy is all in a 1-bedroom apartment. I'm just like, oh, that's crazy. So, you know, I'm just, you know, everything is just going. I'm not getting too much into their business because that's not my business. So, you know, I will be going over there from time to time. But mind you, this is really during COVID. This time is during COVID, the height of COVID. So, you know, they're all together in the house. You know, they're just living. And so eventually my daughter and her dude, they were like, well, let's just move to a 2-bedroom. So then now they want to move to a 2-bedroom. So they end up moving out of where they were staying at. They moved to a 2-bedroom. They moved to a 2-bedroom. Becky is still sleeping in the living room on her mattress. She still has her 2 kids with her. And she has the oldest daughter with her. So they are all living in the bed in the apartment. They're living in that apartment. Oh wait, hold on, I missed the part. No, actually they're still living over there in the high rise. But before they moved out, so they're still living in the high rise. But what ended up happening, and this is actually before her daughter came, so I skipped a part. I skipped a big part. So this is actually before her daughter came. So they're living over there, and so I'm just like, dang, that's crazy. I'm feeling bad for my daughter because I'm like, dang, all them people in there, and they're all living in the 1-bedroom apartment. So at this time, me and Becky, we've grown closer. So I'm just like, girl, like, just come over here for a little bit, get on your feet, and go on, like, you know, get you a spot. So she comes on over to my house. She's at my house. She's there like, she's probably there about 3 weeks. About 3 weeks. I didn't let her stay there too long. I'm like, you need to get on your feet or whatever, you know, get your bread up, get on your feet. Becky is trying to get on her feet. You know, she's working at everything. She's not finding nothing for real. And Becky then came to the house and infected us all with COVID. Well, she infected my youngest daughter with COVID. I had to go to the freaking doctors, take her to the doctors. They not letting everybody in. I'm sitting in the car with my daughter for 9 hours. I contract COVID because I'm sitting in the car with her for 9 hours and it's cold as hell outside. Y'all. Mind you, Becky has no melanin, so she's just a little bit disgusting. So her kids is, you know, they're in here. We're like, her son is like, I'm not gonna get sick. I'm not trying to get sick. So he is acting hella funny, and I get it. Like, he don't want to be sick. I don't want to be sick either. I didn't even know I had COVID because when I went there, I told them to test me and test her. They test her. She got COVID. I'm not active, but because I was in the car with her for 9 hours, by the time it was time for me to go to sleep, baby was big sick. Mind you, I didn't have to put her in her room. I had to take care of her, spray all the Lysol. I didn't put like stuff under her door to keep them germs in there. So now at the end of the night, I'm feeling sick. My throat is hurting. I'm sweaty. I'm hot as hell. I then gave it to Joe Myron. He's sweaty. He hot as hell. It's just all bad. I'm just like, ugh, I gotta get her out of here. She's wearing a fake mask. Her mask has holes through it. Just giving disgusting. Not even really like, and she's in the store with her face out. I can't breathe in this mask. Girl, that's not even a real mask for real, but whatever. So eventually we end up kicking COVID. And we got over it. So now the house is back, you know, back to normal. My sister ends up calling me. Well, actually, my sister knew Becky, but she knew Becky needed a spot to stay in. So my sister ends up calling me and she's like, yo, I gotta, she tells me she's been talking to Becky, but she's like, her son is moving out of his spot. Becky can move in, and she's giving her, like, you know, letting her move in. And so I'm like, oh, that's dope. Oh shit, I'm missing another part. My bad. So y'all, when Becky was at my house, before we gonna go back to put a pin in it, as my sister would say, put a pin in it. So y'all, as Becky is at my house, I'm telling her, like, I was working because during this time, my daughter passed away. Aaliyah passed away. And so Becky, yeah, she was there. She was helping me with a lot of stuff. We were trying to get it in order. I definitely missed that big part. We're trying to get it in order. So, you know, everything is a daze to me. I'm in a daze. Everything is horrible. And I'll give y'all that story about my daughter. If y'all want that story, just let me know. But I'm like, you know, I definitely missed that part. So, you know, everything is ablaze. So Becky actually is there for a little bit longer. So, like, after my daughter passed, I hop to it. I get 2 jobs. I'm going to school. I am trying to stay busy as hell. Like, I don't even want to sleep. I do not want to sleep. I just want to stay woke. I'm just so numb. I can't sleep. And mind you, I lost my daughter when she was 22, so it's not even like, and not to say if you lose a little newborn baby, it's not the same, but I have had 22 years to love on this girl. So, y'all, I'm very, like, just sick and numb, just trying to get through it. Really trying to get through it. Just really trying to get through it. And, give me a second. But anyway, just trying to get through it. And with that being said, you know, Becky is really showing me that she's a good friend. And, you know, I'm really thinking that Becky is, like, cool. Like, she really sat there. She was, like I said, my daughter was cool with her. And I'm just really thinking that Becky is a good person, you know. Like I just said, I was going through so much at that time. So everything is like a blur. However, once I started working these jobs, going to school, doing everything I had to do, y'all, I came home before and I called Joe Myron outside talking to Becky. And mind you, you got trackers all on my phone. Why am I catching you outside talking to Becky? So I catch Joe Myron outside talking to Becky, y'all. And so when I pull up, they looking just basically disheveled and shit. And so I'm like, I walk up and I'm looking because I had a real job and then I had a part-time job that was like at a gas station. I needed something because I would work from like 6 in the morning to like 3, and then I had to be at work from 4. I was supposed to be at work, no, actually not from 4. I had to be at work from like 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. Is that right? 6 p.m. to 6 a.m.? I believe so. Something like that. It was a long shift. I do know that. No, not 6 a.m. because I had to be at work at 6 a.m. So it was like 6 to like, it wasn't till like 2, I think till 5. I think that my boss would come and let me out. My boss, she was my friend, so she plugged me. So she would come in at 5 and let me go home so I could be at work by 6. And so she would come and let me go. And then we would close the store for like an hour because that's how it was during COVID, y'all. So I catch her outside talking to Joe Myron, and then he ends up going in the house and she's outside and I'm outside standing by her. Yo, and I tell Becky, I'm like, girl, you better be careful because you gonna fuck around and this thing is gonna be lying on you. You better stay careful. You better be careful. Don't just ever talk to him alone. I tell her that, and not because I'm insecure or not because I care, because I don't care at all. But y'all, I'm just letting her know, like, this ain't the move. This is not the move, because if you sit up here and you talk to Joe Myron by yourself, he's gonna lie on you for sure. He's gonna lie on you for sure. And I got a Christmas story to tell y'all about Joe Myron too. I need to do that one too. But he's gonna lie on you for sure. And so she's like, okay. So this ain't the first time I caught her outside talking to Joe Myron. This is like the second time. So girl, but I see the look on her face, like it's a look of like, it's like a look of, like she felt like, you could tell the look in her face was like guilt. But I didn't know what that look meant, because I was just like, girl, like, I don't care about them talking, like they know each other. I don't care about them talking. I'm not insecure for real. Y'all, with that being said, we are getting to the meat and potatoes of the story, and I cannot wait to really get to it. Ain't nothing to it but to do it for real, because listen, I cannot make this shit up. I'm my mama. I can't make shit up. Hey, no, I'm just playing, but I cannot make shit up. I swear. Like, y'all, we gotta fucking do this. We are almost there, y'all. We are almost to the end. We get into it, y'all. We get into it. So, y'all, please make sure y'all like, subscribe, baby, and hit that bell. Share with a friend. Share with a cousin. Share with a relative. I don't care who you share with. Just share it. Y'all push these videos. This shit right here, I'm dropping dimes. Make sure you are... Am I dropping dimes or diamonds? I'm dropping diamonds. Y'all, make sure y'all picking up what I'm putting down. This is about the red flags. You see this shirt? Red flags, red flags, red flags. Y'all, with that being said, y'all, I'll see y'all in my next video.